let's get it. I bought for 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, the coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn, she took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she said.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about someone somewhat new to this channel, Zanadia Si'mone. I've actually mentioned her once before. She's the young lady who did the promotions for Peach McIntyre, and then Peach basically doesn't get what I guess she thought she was going to get from it, and turns around and tries to shade her, tries to say that she's young and inexperienced and she didn't do something right, instead of taking the responsibility of understanding that marketing doesn't always work the way you want. And also, maybe she didn't vet the channel good enough. Or it could have just perhaps been that those folks didn't want to deal with her, because what ended up happening was Zanadia got a lot of backlash and negative comments and drama to her channel because she posted Peach. And so Zanadia always posts her promotions just for a period of time. And I guess Peach didn't like that. She thought it was a permanent post. And then with the negative comment, it was just even more of a reason that she wanted to take it down, and she did. So I just want to speak about her a little bit. Before the situation with Peach, I already knew who she was. I did watch her channel frequently. She is a teen mother. She has 3 kids. She had at that time 2, and she was pregnant. Since all of that happened, as a matter of fact, within the last week, I think she gave birth to her 3rd child. Let's talk about who she is. She's a young lady from South Carolina. She is a type 1 diabetic. Like I said, she is a teen mom. She is very young. She lives on her own with her 2 kids. Her mother, I think, either has a YouTube channel or maybe does some shooting of content for some reason or another, because I've actually seen her mom on her channel, and I saw her mother doing video. So I don't know if she actually has a channel. I've never seen it or either seen her talk about it, but I know that she has a channel. Another thing, Zanadia is a sibling and has 9 other brothers and sisters. So they're a very big family. I don't know a lot about her mom, but you know, they are pretty close knit. They're very supportive of her. Zanadia has 2 children that are older. I think her little girl is 4, and I think her little boy is 2. And I think that they have the same father. I don't think that her last baby has the same father as the other 2. Not her very last video, but the video before that, she was just talking, which is the first time I've ever heard her say anything about it, because she's a very positive person. She's always optimistic, and she's always she always says, I wake up thinking today's gonna be a great day, blah blah blah. So but she, you know, when you're pregnant, when you're big and pregnant, close to delivering, starting to have contractions and all of these things, I mean, you get weak sometimes. And with that being said, I think that she was, you know, the frustration was getting the best of her. It was getting the best of her because I guess the kid's father is not really taking his visitation seriously, maybe. And some of the things that he should be able to help her with, he's not helping her with. So, you know, with everything that she had going on and the fact of, you know, being 34 weeks pregnant or more, Man, that's a lot. It's a lot on the oldest and the most well of people. So for a young lady who is a teenager, she also works from home doing hair. I mean, she does every single thing on her own, everything. And I so commend her for that because she is so strong. Even with her doing everything, I never really see where she takes shortcuts. She cooks full meals. I mean, she really puts 110% in, and I just admire that about her. I remember when I was a young mother with 2 kids, honey. I feel like she was better than me sometimes. I mean, you always think best of yourself or more of yourself, but baby, she didn't skip a beat, honey. Some of them beats, yeah, I eased right on over them. But she works very hard to maintain everything in spite of what she has going on. Now, let's talk briefly about the baby that she's carrying and his father. Her baby's father's name is Tez. I don't know the whole name, but that's what she always calls him, Tez. When she was in her early stages of pregnancy, Tez did live with her. They were pretty much inseparable. They were crazy about each other, the whole 9 yards. Tez has at least one child by another woman. And the child that, the girl that he has a kid by started dating someone who used to be Tez's friend. So, he just really felt disrespected by that. So they had beef. They, it was just words for the most part. But one night her mom said, hey, bring the kids over. They can stay the weekend, have some time to yourself. So her and Tez was hanging out. Now, this is what's so different about this young lady. Instead of just hanging out and doing nothing and being booed up with Bae, her weekend, they decided they were going to hang out with each other, go out to eat and things, but they also planned to DoorDash, make extra money. So every opportunity that they had, that's what they were doing. They prayed together every morning. She was into the church, all of this. So with that being the case, I just thought that was so different. And I think that it's worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning because it's not a lot of young people with their head on like that. She also talked about a lot of times how her boyfriend promoted her because she wanted to be, have a established YouTube channel, and how he always promoted and supported her, telling her, hey, babe, get up, get that camera, get the vlog and do your thing, all of that. So with all of that being the case, they were just good for each other, it seemed, even though, they were very young. So they go to the store one weekend, and it just so happened, now she didn't see anybody in the store, but she said she was in the car. Tez went into the store, and she looked up because a woman was coming out the store. She just, how when people walk by your car, you just happen to look. You make contact with them. Maybe not eye to eye, but you just look just to see who it is or whatever. Or if something's going on around you, you look. Well, she looked. She saw the girl coming out, and then she went back to doing what she was doing. Shortly thereafter, she said she heard gunshots. And when she heard the gunshots, she got nervous. She said that, for one, it scared her. The other girl as well, because the girl, I guess, had just got into her vehicle. She goes, and she said she just had a feeling. She goes over toward the store, and she sees Tez laying on the ground. So she told the story about how it went, and, if it wasn't too long ago that it's posted, and it's very readily available if you want to go and check out her channel. Those of you who may not be familiar with her, she's worth definitely subscribing to. But she talked about how everything went, how she went to mom's house to let her know, he had been shot, how she went to find a cop because I think she called the police, but she then seen a cop across the street, I think sitting in a parking lot. So she drove over there and told the cop, hey, it's a shooting. And so they came over there, and it took a little while, but the cops finally came, and they did take him to the hospital, but he succumbed to his injuries shortly thereafter. They did, all get to go in and see him. I don't know if that was before or after, but they did get to go in and see him. But it's sad because, like I said, that was early in her pregnancy. And not too long after that, I mean, she's still pregnant. So she's gone this entire pregnancy, not only dealing with the loss of him, but then she had to deal with being pregnant with his child. So, I mean, she has grief to deal with. Plus, she still has to be a mom. She still has to be pregnant. She still has to maintain a positive disposition because she's carrying a child, and how she acts or what she does will deeply affect the outcome of her pregnancy. So that's a lot for anybody, guys. And I just think that because she was able to make it, the baby made it full term, it just attests to the strength of this young lady. Another thing that in her latest video she talked about is her strength. She actually talked to the chaplain. They had to hospitalize her a few days before it was time for her to be induced. They did decide to go ahead and induce her. And they gave her some shots to ensure that they gave her some shots to make sure that the baby's lungs were developed. So, they did all of that. And then from there, she had the baby, and he is here. He's healthy. I will include a couple of photos for you guys. See, but I just like the spirit of this young woman. And, we talk about a lot of moms on this channel, at least 5 or 6. And for her to be, I think, the youngest of them all, she's very mature. She's not only very mature, but she's a good mom. She's a good mom. She's attentive to her family. She works hard. She's spiritually driven. Even when she did her last video, she said that a lot of times she has thoughts of a intimate nature, for lack of a better way to say it, and that she feels unworthy of the blessings that she's getting because of that. And you don't really hear young women, young teen moms struggling with that. That's not usually what they talk about. Usually when you're young and you have your own place, you feel like you're on top of the world and you giving it up like it's golden. But, she talks about her faith. So the chaplain talked to her, and unfortunately going through this birthing process, she didn't have her kid's father there. He was taken. The young man who actually unalived him was friends with the guy who was dating his ex. So it all surrounded that situation. But she's left with having to go through all of what she's going through by herself. And before this time period, this guy was just like she was. He got up, he helped her get kids ready. He helped her put kids to bed, like they were together in a mature type of relationship for young people. And she said, she even made mention of the morning of this day that this incident happened at the store. That was one day that they didn't pray that morning. And so, you know, God has this little girl covered. And I just really like her family. I like her dynamic. And she is a great person to have as one of our moms here. I told you about Tiana. What was her name? Tiana J. She's another young mother that I've talked about here on my channel. And so this is another one. You know, I'd like to have a mix of families that we talk about. We don't want to just talk about drama all the time. We like to keep up with families doing positive, showing young women how to take a situation and turn it into something better, or showing a young woman how to become an older mother and do it in a positive way. Things like that. And I hope that's something that you guys are okay with. Tell me how you feel about that. Also, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, if you are a watcher of Zanadia's channel, let me know what you feel about her channel, what you feel about the things that have been said here. And if you have anything to add, please do so. I will include some pictures of her and her kiddos in the video. And also, we will give you an update soon as she releases her labor and delivery vlog. But like I said, I just wanted to bring her to the channel. I wanted to speak about the situation. And it just goes to show, you know, Peach did all she could to try to bring negativity to this young lady, but she just shines bright like a diamond, just like Rihanna does. And I don't know, it's something about Peach. Whenever people are positive, she just seems to have a very negative disposition to those people. And, you know, I think that Jazz does watch Zanadia's channel. I hope that she can take what she sees in her and does something a little better with it. I haven't seen Jasmine post recently, but that's fine. She's probably got her tax money, just taking a break, which is probably well needed. Maybe she can come back with a better attitude, with a better outlook on her channel and bring something positive to the space. You know, I don't think that when YouTube created the space for you to actually video that some of the things that happened with those young ladies are what they had in mind. You know, sometimes they just take it too far. I don't know. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think below, and we will discuss it in the comments. And again, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.
Get it. I bought for 16 passenger. This a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge. The coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek. Drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she say she saying 3D. Wow. I go in the jungle and they got a coat. I bet I come out with a mean. I better do this shit for the fam. Cause this shit